We are live from New Orleans, and we're now joined by Dennis Gartman of the Gartman Letter. Dennis was kind enough to sit down, and I know I've taken some shots at Dennis on this show in the past for some of his gold calls. More importantly, not when he gets bullish on gold, although sometimes there too. But more often when he gets bearish and starts telling people to sell their gold. Dennis, welcome to the show.
Good to be here, Peter. Thank you. Even though you've taken shots at me, that's okay. We're big boys.
Oh yeah, well that's look,
part of the deal.
A lot of people take shots at me, but I just pulled up a long-term chart of the Japanese yen. I think this is an ETF of Japanese yen, and this is showing the Japanese yen. This is when the Japanese yen was a lot weaker. And then it's been strengthening all the way to down here. And here we had this
That can't be much of a long-term chart. This
is going back to 1977, right?
Oh, okay.
So,
okay, that's fine.
So,
yes, back there, that was back in those days. We were trading. I can remember trading foreign exchange for what was then NCNB, North Carolina National Bank, and I remember trading dollar yen at 265, maybe even 285 yen to the dollar.
Right here is 300.
That's right.
This is 300 yen to the dollar in 1977.
Yep.
And so obviously, being short anything in yen terms was probably not the way to go.
It was a horrifying. It would have been a disaster for 25 years.
But just recently, maybe in 2012,
we got down to the obscene numbers. I like to say we got down to 49.75 yen to the dollar from 385 yen to the dollar. Now we're trading close to par again.
Right, and you, where do you think this chart is going? Because you're always saying whatever you are long gold, it's always in terms of yen.
Yes.
And I hear a lot of people say, well, what is that? Some kind of cop out? What do you mean? Describe what you mean. If you say I'm long gold in yen terms, what does that mean?
It means that you own gold and you're short of yen. I mean, that's really what it is. Think about it. When you are long gold in the United States, you're long gold and you're short the dollar because you've sold dollars to buy gold.
Right.
That's what you've done. If you are a buyer of soybeans, you've basically said, I'm a buyer of beans, I'm a seller of dollars.
So if you live in Japan and you earn yen and you save in yen, when you buy gold, then you've automatically bought gold in yen terms.
That is correct.
But if you're in America and you don't have any yen and you have dollars in your bank account and you get paid in dollars, what you're saying is you want to try to buy gold as if you were living in Japan.
Absolutely. Or you can trade oil in euro terms. I mean, I look at commodities around the world. What price are they in various currencies, and how do they affect various countries? The price, for example, the price of crude oil. If you're in Germany, you're really more concerned about what the price of crude oil is in euros than you are concerned about what the price of Brent crude is in dollar terms. You're far more concerned about what Brent crude is in euro terms. Mm-hmm. We tend in the United States to be almost too parochial. We tend to think we are an aircraft carrier unto ourselves, and we're not really. Mm-hmm. So look at what commodity prices are doing in a various number of terms. Foreign exchange traders tend to trade one currency against another: euro versus sterling, sterling versus yen, yen versus dollars, Aussie versus Canada.
But
I look at gold.
If you don't like, what's the strategy though? If you don't like the yen, why not just short the yen against the dollar?
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I'm short the yen. I'm fine with that. That's a separate trade. Being short of yen is a separate trade. Being long of gold in yen terms is a separate trade. Being long of the Canadian dollar short of yen is a separate trade.
So you've got, and the trades that you do, you have some outright short yen positions
against dollars,
and then you have other positions where you've bought gold, but you've offset it with a corresponding equal dollar amount short the yen.
Exactly.
So, what is it about the yen that you think is that is so flawed? Why is the yen so much worse a currency than the dollar or the pound?
Because the Abe regime, the Abe administration, I think they're doing exactly the right thing, has said that with the demographic problems that Japan is facing, and its population is declining, and it's going to continue to decline, Japan's going to disappear. I mean, it's just going to.
It's a pretty big country. I mean,
the government has said, and they're right on track, that in 30 years the population will fall by half. It has no choice. That's what's going to happen. That is what's taking place right now. We're the only countries, Canada, the United States, Australia,